What up, Hard Squad? I recently purchased a former Pokemon employee's Pokemon card collection and showcased a ton of it in a video from a few days ago, which you can go watch right after this one if you have not already. However, today I'll be continuing to showcase that same collection, including never before seen type of Pokemon cards that I know you're gonna love. But I also have several other items, some of which I have never seen before myself. So without further ado, I'm just gonna start showcasing, going through the history of several of the products, several random cards that were included in the collection as always. So if you enjoy this type of video, please consider subscribing to the channel, join this community, join the Hard Squad. And as always, to help support this video and the channel, please leave a like. I appreciate the support as always, everybody. Let's get into just a few, random old theme decks. This, my friends, is an old EX Unseen Forces theme deck. And what is so cool about not just this one, but this one as well? It features two of, some of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I'm sure some of y'all's as well too. But, EX Unseen Forces was released in the 2000s during a time when Pokemon wasn't at its most popular. However, a lot of the items like theme decks like these just go unnoticed. So having these part of the collection is just, it's very cool because I just haven't seen those in a long time. But we have more theme decks to go. Here's an EX Holland Phantoms Flood Rush theme deck. They all have the same type of box, which you will see from these several theme decks. But just so you can see on the back of it as well for Latios. Next up, we have another Unseen Forces one, so I'll put that over here. And last but not least of these EX type theme decks, we have a Groundbreakers EX Legend Maker theme deck. I love the little logo for Groundbreaker on this side. So those are those theme decks. We do have some Wizards of the Coast theme decks. Here's Getting the Choppa, Grass Choppa. Don't need to say it like Arnold, but we've seen this base set 2 theme deck before. Here's one you may have not seen in a while, a Neo Discovery Brainwave theme deck with Espeon gracing the cover. Comes with an actual Espeon card too, which is very cool. Next up, another Psych Out base set 2 theme deck. I guess it comes with a Poliwrath, but I think Poliwrath is also on the back of several of these. Yeah, like here's a Let's Get It in Hot Water base set 2 theme deck. And it has a cool Pikachu coin on the back, but also has the Poliwrath. And then last but not least of the Wizards of the Coast theme decks, a base set 2 Lightning Bug Chansey holographic, and there's that Pikachu coin again for those. Now, let's get into some cards, shall we? These are some random cards. Some of them you probably haven't even seen before. Some of them you have. This, my friends, is a Shadowless Pikachu. It's a bit brighter, yellow cheeks. This is actually still sealed and is originally from an item in my first collection video from a couple days ago, the Pokemon movie CD soundtrack from Gen 1. That specific CD came with a bunch of cards, including a English, actually, even though the product was Japanese, it came with an English base set Shadowless Pikachu, which is cool, still sealed. Speaking of cool, a cool Porygon. This is a Black Star promo card. That was all, originally released in Japan, but also in America as well. It's pretty cool. I believe this came with the Nintendo 64 bundle for Pokemon Stadium, actually. So it's not the rarest card, but it's still very cool, and Porygon's cool. Next up, a pretty rare card. It's a Pikachu card, specifically a Comic-Con from 2005. They just gave this card out at Comic-Con in 2005, and that's basically just what makes this one more rare. It's just random to be at a Comic-Con. Then we have a really creepy looking Machop City Championship card that was just given out at City Championships way back when. It's just a common one, so it's not too crazy. But its faces. Then we have this card. I'm sure you're very familiar with this. Just a Black Star promo Moltres. More on where this came from soon. Another City Championship, Gym Challenge one. Beldum pretty cool. Gym challenge. This is a stadium challenge. These ones are promos which I believe actually were from online, the E-League, I think. Pichu Black Star promo card, one of my favorites. It's just very, very bright and shiny, and Pichu's awesome, needs more love. Of course, you've seen this one before, Black Star promo Mewtwo. Next up is, we've seen this one before too. Pikachu Black Star promo, got a couple of those, so nothing too crazy. Another rare one, a Gen Con out of all conventions, a Gen Con Trico card. Just gave it out the convention way back when. One of my favorite promos, Black Star promos, a Venusaur Black Star promo that was included with Nintendo magazine way back when. You would have to actually open up the slit. And this beautiful card, I do have some sealed ones in the collection, but this is the card that you get with it. It's beautiful. Next up, we have some pre-release cards coming up soon. Starting off with a Swalot is a pre-release card, and from 2004, I'm trying to remember the exact set that this came from. Obviously, it's one of the EX sets, and obviously, it's not the craziest, rarest card. These are more of those Black Star promos, but for Articuno. Something very cool coming up. A Dark Houndoom pre-release card from an amazing set. EX Team Rocket returns. Very happy about that one, as well as this one. Also from, what's it called? It's not Team Rocket Returns, but I'm kind of forgetting the set for that one. But it is a very nice pre-release card for War Turtle. Now we have a Chinko winner card that was just given out to the winners of Pokemon Leagues. One of those. An Arcanine non-holographic Black Star promo card. We got a Flygon, another winner card for Pokemon League. We got 2 of those. And then we have Grumpig from EX Emerald pre-release card. Then one you've seen before, Computer Air. Almost done with the cards, by the way, but here's a very nice one. A Gyarados pre-release card from the set EX Dragon. Still has that E-Series border like the Skyridge, Aquapolis, and Expedition. I just think that's a phenomenal card. Here's another Bagons Be Bagons Gen Con common card. It's not too rare, this one. A Mew Black Star promo, which we're all familiar with. And then the following items, which where those Moltres and the Articuno and the Zapdos cards are in these, but these are just sealed that were part of the collection. There's an Ancient Mew. Of course, know that iconic background for that card. And then we have some Spanish cards that were given out at League. Another Ancient Mew. And then a Meowth Game Boy card that was, or is, still sealed. Just so you can get a look again. Very cute. And then probably the rarest card from this whole thing is a Staff Tropical Beach Worlds 2011 black and white card. It's a black and white promo Black Star card. But it has Worlds from 2011 on there. And then, of course, there's the Staff logo on there. Now, before we get into these cards and some other special items, I'm going to quickly go through the following items. Here is a 2-player starter deck with Plusle in it. This is pretty cool. This one's actually opened already, and here's just what it looks like sealed. Now you're wondering, what is the booster pack that actually came with it? Well, when I got the collection, this one was already opened, and the booster pack was still on the inside. It's a EX Fire Red and Leaf Green pack, which came out around this time in the early 2000s. So I think those are cool. There's also this, the 2-player starter deck. This is different from these. It just doesn't come with a booster pack, basically. So there's that. And then I'm going to quickly go through the following other type of decks. These are World Championship decks, which are just from different players that have won, the decks that they used and stuff. And they still do this to this day. Obviously, conventions or events have been postponed due to everything, but I just think those are really, really cool. I got these, which are not theme decks, but they are, well, technically, I guess they are decks, but not for, championships. Epic Collection decks. If you can look closely, there's a Typhlosion EX Ultra Rare on the inside of this one, and this is what it comes with. Usually these comes in like a full box of these things. Here is another one with Meganium on it. And just so you can see, there is what that comes with. And just a few of these things. More World Championship decks. This time with a Groudon. This is from 2004. I am not going to try to pronounce the person's name on that one. Here's Reed. If any of these players either still play or collect the card game, and especially watch this channel, I think that's such an honor to, one, get a deck like this just to kind of immortalize yourself in the Pokemon world. So I think that's very, very cool, and congratulations on all the success as well. Here is Kevin's deck. There's 3 of them. There's one more over here. So those are all the decks. But now I got something you're really, really going to enjoy. This over here looks like a box, but this is what they gave out to Pokemon employees at Pokemon Company in the USA when it was still around. In whenever these sets would come out, they would walk over and just give the person this. This specific one is a full set, 193 cards, made in the USA, of a set you may have heard of, Call of Legends. Yes, an entire set of all cards. This one's not sealed, so what we're gonna be doing, after I showcase the rest of these, actually open this to see the conditions of the cards. Yes, there are incredibly awesome shiny cards in this set. This is a special one. This is Delta Species. Now this one's still with tape and sealed. The tape looks pretty old there, and the person himself at this collection, which I will be revealing later, I believe this is Delta Species, but Italian for the IT. He's not exactly sure, to be completely honest. I easily probably should just open this up to, just to check it, but maybe in a different time, because there's gold stars. This is a whole complete set of Delta Species, so there are gold star Pokemon. Every card's in this. It's incredible, actually. Next up, a sealed one completely. That is for a set called Arceus. 204 cards. The full set in English, it tells you right there. But this one is a full set. That one's sealed just like this one. I'm very happy about this one. This is Heart Gold Soul Silver Triumphant, 193 cards, and that one's sealed on there. And then one I'll also be peering into today, very old. This is Diamond and Pearl base set, 249 cards, meaning all of the reverse holographics that are so sought after, especially in good condition. This one's not sealed. Haven't opened this one either, so I'm excited to get into that. There are just one more. This one's still sealed too. Black and White Noble Victory. Some level X cards gracing this set, I believe. But yeah, so there we go. Now, obviously, I still have the Never Foreseen cards over here, but I just have to check to see the conditions of these cards. I have not opened these yet. These were just part of the deal when I got this. Oh wow, that's cool. Got some styrofoam to help protect the cards. So gently go in like this. Oh, there's a card left in there. Hopefully it's just a common one. So, oh, it's a reverse. I gotta be careful with that one. All right, so lots of the Call of Legend cards are reprints of, oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta be very careful with this. Okay, what I'm gonna do is not go through the holographics, the reverse holos. I'm just gonna go through what looks like is the most important cards, these shiny cards. Starting off with a Deoxys. Next up is a Dialga, but let me quickly, so they are curvy, but that happens, but most importantly is the condition of these cards. Little whitening at the top corners of the top, but the bottom corners are fine. So that's Dialga for you. Excuse me, Deoxys. This is Dialga. Very nice. Oh, look at that Entei. So this one looks not bad. It's better than the Deoxys one. Entei. Of course, there are some pretty incredible ones. Oh, this is in such good condition. All right, I gotta be very careful. I got sleeves here, but just for time's sake. Shiny Groudon. Oh, bird is the word. This one has a little whitening on it, the top right, which I was probably blocking. There's bird is the word. So this one looks like it's a bit off center from left to right. We can tell more on the back. Just so we can see real quick. Yeah, this one definitely has some whitening on it, but still, the fact that it's a complete set and there's a swirl on Kyogre over here. Where's that Lugia? There it is! Probably the most valuable card from this. A Lugia and a Palkia that's nice and pink. There's the Lugia. A little bit of whitening on Lugia. So no perfect condition for that one. But just to see all of these cards. Gosh, an Rayquaza. Very nice. This one looks like it's actually in perfect centering. Suicune! Suicune! Anybody loves Suicune? Yeah, it's got some whitening on it too. I mean, these were literally just sitting around, so it's like, you know, who would have thought? All right, and then there's Chikorita. So I believe that is every one of those. Just to, before we get into the never before seen cards and a special actual letter of authenticity, here is Diamond and Pearl cards. Let me see if I could, you know, these kind of look like they may have been already looked at before. Because there's not too many ultra rares in this set. So, yeah. Maybe that's them at the very end. Because yeah, these are... Oh, that is them! Okay. Of course they would be at the very end. Oh my gosh! Wait, what? That's an EX Team Rocket Returns reverse holographic. What do we got going on in here? Well, there's Level X, one of the Level X cards. So you can see that, but what's this doing in here? Now I'm curious. These are just some energy. Yeah, these are upside down. Turn that frown upside down. Oh, there's some holographics. Hold on, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Electivire, Empoleon, Dialga, Dusknoir, Infernape, Lucario. I mean, they're bent, but that's okay. You can bend them back. But this is just all of the holos. There's very nice Palkia. All of the reverse holographics. Like case in point right here. So it's unfortunate that those are bent. However, that was so weird seeing a Team Rocket returns card on the inside of this. So, and then some more. All of the reverses. Wow. That's pretty incredible. Very nice Gengar reverse card. And, all right. That was just for time's sake. I'll put those over here, but that's incredible. I mean, I guess I really need to take a closer look at all of these cards. And then, of course, there's more level X's. They're just somewhere in there, I'm assuming. Now, let us get to the main event. That is the types of cards. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you cards that you probably have seen before, but they're still very cool. These are playtest cards. These are Pokemon playtest cards. You may have seen mainly the ones with the yellow border in the white middle of these are the more, I guess, rare ones technically. But taking it out of the sleeve, it's a legit Pokemon card. It is a legit Pokemon card, and you'll see very shortly kind of the purpose of these specific types of empty cards. These are just the sleeves that he had them in. So before I show you the never before seen cards, I'm gonna read a letter from the person. I will go fast. So here we go. Back in the late 90s, I was an editor at Wizards of the Coast working on the TCG Magic the Gathering when we learned that a new card game was coming to our company, a game with Japan, with the dubious name Pocket Monsters. The editor-in-chief at the time asked me if I can take it on, and I agreed, figuring a game with such a suggestive name wouldn't last that long anyway. Lo and behold, it has lasted for over 2 decades now. Pokemon was a hit right out of the gate, and those of us working on it were taken by surprise to discover that our little Japanese game, previously viewed dismissively by everyone working on the behemoth that was Magic, was surpassing the mothership in sales and popularity. I worked on those early sets, Base Set, Jungle, Fossil, Rocket, and one of the Neo sets before leaving the company in May of 2000 after Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast, primarily to acquire Pokemon, ironically. I was only gone a year when I rejoined the company as a contract editor to stand in for another editor who's on maternity leave. Once again, worked on Pokemon as an editor. This time, I was expert at the game enough to participate in playtest. I took my leave not long after 9/11, and instead of being meticulous about cleaning out my desk, I simply swept everything into a box, and that included a handful of playtest cards for Pokemon. Most of the time we threw them away. They had official card backs with playtest stickers on them for cards in the next expansion or two, and they were generally considered useless once a playtest was over and they were officially released. I promptly went on randomly a safari to Africa, started a new job as a Disney licensee, and began preparing for the birth of my son. It wasn't until more than a year later that I unpacked that box, finding the playtest cards, put them into a safe place, in a box of miscellaneous forgotten papers from my day at Wizards that was promptly shoved into storage and, like its contents, was forgotten. Fast forward 20 years, looking through a dozen boxes in storage to figure what to get rid of, came across these lost playtest cards. I'd not so much as thought about them in decades, and now I'm looking a good home for them, for a few of them with someone who will appreciate them for what they are, a small peek into the history of the game. I worked on Pokemon again when left Hasbro and became a company of its own from 2004 to 2012, working as an executive editor on the same game, served as an editor for years early. We didn't do playtest cards that way anymore, and the game had grown so much that most aspects of it were now seen as collectibles and were valued in price and catalogs. Even little kids kept their cards in sleeves, something I've not seen back when the game began. And so here you have a piece that wasn't collectible then, but certainly one is now. I'm glad I held onto a few of them by chance all those years, and I'm glad a few of them have found a new home where they will be appreciated far more than they were back in 2001. Signed, Michael G. Ryan. There we go, that's his actual signature, and I got several of those letters of authenticity. So now, presenting the Lost Playtest cards. I'll go with one at a time. There it is. On a empty one of those cards I just showed you. So it has the original Pokemon back and a sticker. And this one is for Hitmonlee, which basically has the type of stage, the name, the HP, the type, and of course the moves on it as well, the weakness, retreat cost. And this is version 1.0, created in 2001 for Wizards of the Coast. The stories that Mike has told me, like specifically the set Stormfront, I'm sure you know the set Stormfront was created based off of a song by Billy Joel, actually. And that is one of, quick story, but many stories that will be coming to this channel in the near future with Mike. So get excited for content. Never before seen stories, fun, more items coming up on this channel, like this Gligar. Obviously, just paisley sticker. I would have been so meticulous putting this sticker on here, like making sure it's exactly centered. But there we go. So this is Gligar. And then one of my favorites out of these three, if not my favorite, is a Light Machoke from Neo Destiny. Yeah, lights were only in Neo Destiny. So this is special. That's why you know exactly where it's from. And so there we go. This right here, these three cards. I've never seen something like this before, and for them to finally, decades later, to come out into the light is just phenomenal to see the history of the game and how far it has come. So I believe that is everything for now, Heart Squad. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. In the meantime, click on those videos right now. My name is Leonhart. Stay awesome, stay positive, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.